You're watching Capital City Sunday.
As Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are working to win over black voters, a critical voting bloc across key battleground states like Wisconsin and Georgia, Tuesday night's debate served as an opportunity for both candidates to make their case on issues like the high cost of housing, inflation, and abortion access, and to address the controversial attacks the former president has made against Harris's racial identity.
I don't know. I mean, all I can say is I read where she was not black, that she put out, and I'll say that. And then I read that she was black, and that's okay.
I think it's a tragedy that we have someone who wants to be president who has consistently, over the course of his career, attempted to use race to divide the American people.
In August, the Trump campaign reserved more than $37 million in new campaign ads across 7 key swing states, with nearly $25 million going to Georgia. Black voters make up 1/3 of the state's population.
More so not about the identity, about the race. It's more so about the fact that she goes back and forth on what she wants to be. And then that leads to going back and forth on policy. I think that the important thing for the Republican side to do is to continue to focus on the issues and to talk about the policies and keep talking about the things that real voters actually care about. And Trump has been polling higher with black voters than any Republican candidate has in the last 30, 40 years or whatever. So I think that it's important that we, obviously, like, black voters, we're not going to win the entire black vote this election cycle. But I think the key takeaway is that there is a change in sentiment around, voting for a Republican candidate. And I think it is important to talk about how a lot of us are looking, especially with the younger generation, the Gen Z millennial era, like a lot of us are looking into the policies.
Janiyah Thomas, black media director for the Trump campaign, telling me in an interview when I asked her if those attacks could impact the former president's support among black voters. I also sat down with Kevin Munoz, senior spokesperson for the Harris campaign, who said that following Tuesday night's debate, black voters will continue to see a contrast between the two candidates on the issues they care about most.
The Vice President is able to talk about historic investments in black small businesses, historic investments into addressing issues like lead pipes, into rebuilding our nation's roads and bridges, into addressing the plague of gun violence in this country, all critical issues to black voters. Donald Trump has done nothing except denigrate black voters his entire political career. At the same time, we have to show up. We have to earn the support of every single voter, and that's exactly what this campaign is doing. You have to continue to meet black voters where they are. We're going to be at church every Sunday. We're going to be in barbershops. We're going to be at college campuses where we know so many voters, including at HBCUs, are just getting interested into politics and making our case.